The group's been drawn, the squad's been announced. It's time to win the Euros. Yes, hello guys, welcome back to England at Euro 2020. Now today, we face Scotland in our first group game. But first, the squad has been announced. I feel like you guys might want to see it. Now, before we get to the squad, there are some players that you're going to look at and think, why hasn't he made it? So give me a second to just explain. Nick Pope, he got relegated with Burnley. I don't particularly want a keeper with me that has just been relegated. That means he's conceded a lot of goals. For me, it just doesn't make sense. Danny Rose, Eric Dyer, Harry Winks, they just didn't play enough football for Tottenham. I realise now that looks like I've got a bit of a vendetta against them, especially with that cushion back there. I don't. Chris Smalling, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I just felt like we had better options at centre-back and right-back respectively. Rhian Brewster, I just don't think he played enough for Liverpool. We had better options in the squad as strikers, and I think it's a couple of years too soon. This tournament has come around a bit too soon for him. The same with Ross Barkley as well. I feel like we have much better options at centre-mid than Ross Barkley. Yeah. So this is the squad we have gone with for Euro 2020. Now remember, I did say I wanted to take players on form, not just names. Unfortunately, Wayne Rooney didn't make the cut. He didn't want to come out of international retirement. I don't really blame him. Now, I understand you might think Fraser Forster was a bit of a questionable selection, but if you look down there, I know he plays for Celtic and they walk the league in Scotland every year, but he did keep 17 clean sheets, and picking him was a better option than I felt than Nick Pope, Dean Henderson, who just weren't very good this season. Defenders, we're going with Harry Maguire, John Stones, Kyle Walker, Fikayo Tomori, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Luke Shaw, Joe Gomez, and Ben Chilwell. I feel like they picked themselves. There wasn't anyone that was really going to push those guys to get in the main squad. At right back, Trent and Kyle Walker are just a cut above the rest. Ben Chilwell was always going to be my starting left back. It was just whether Luke Shaw was going to get in, but he got ahead of Ryan Bertrand. So that's that. And centre backs, the only one that could have rivaled these guys, I think, was Chris Smalling. And I didn't really want to bring him. I just feel like Fikayo Tomori, especially if you have a look at him here, he's really well rounded. He's come on a lot this season, and he played a lot down here. He played a lot for Chelsea this season. Harry Maguire and John Stones were always going to be here. And Joe Gomez, where is he? Again, he didn't play much for Liverpool this season, but I just feel like he's so good and he's so well rounded. And there's a few Liverpool players in the squad in and around where he plays as well. So I feel like he'll have a bit better chemistry. Our midfield options are Declan Rice, Jordan Henderson, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jack Grealish, James Maddison, Mason Mount, and Dele Alli. Those guys will play largely in the central areas of midfield. And our attacking players are Raheem Sterling, Jadon Sancho, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, and Callum Wilson. Now, you may notice a few people that you thought could have had a chance of coming that aren't there. Let me explain. So if you have a look here, these are the 7 players down here that didn't make the squad for the Euros. They made the 30-man preliminary squad, but no further than that. Ryan Bertrand and Danny Ings, I just feel like we had better options in their positions. Max Aarons, again, like Rhian Brewster, I feel like this competition is 2 years early for him. I can guess maybe in 2 years at the World Cup, he might start replacing Kyle Walker, and him and Trent Alexander-Arnold will be fighting for that right-back spot. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Tammy Abraham. Now it looks like I have a vendetta against Chelsea. I don't. Mason Mount and Tomori are here. But again, they just didn't play enough football for me. Hudson-Odoi played 14 games, 6 off the bench, scored 3. Loftus-Cheek, after that injury, he only played 7 times, scored 2 goals. My assistants did think I should take him, but I just couldn't see myself playing him, and he's now transfer listed. And Tammy Abraham, it was between him and Callum Wilson, but Callum Wilson has been more productive. He scored more goals, and I think he's a bit more experienced. We've got a lot of young players in the squad, so I think Callum Wilson will be a better option than Tammy Abraham. Now, you can see it. You can see his name. I left Phil at home. Now, I had a really tough time picking between Phil Foden and between Jack Grealish. But allow me to explain. I feel like you guys should agree with me. Phil Foden, if you look down here, he didn't play much this season for Man City. He hasn't played much. I compared him with Jack Grealish. I took a while making this decision. And if you look here, they are so similar. They're such similar players. It was really tough. The thing that persuaded me to go with Grealish was A, he's a little bit more versatile. He's natural in more roles. B, as my attacking midfielder, Mason Mount or Dele Alli will most likely be playing there. So I'm more likely to play Grealish as a central midfielder or out wide on the left. And finally, if you have a look at Grealish here, so he has played a lot more games this season for Aston Villa. 12 goals, 3 assists in 35 league appearances. He's been pivotal for them, whereas Phil Foden has been largely just a rotation player for Man City. Aston Villa stayed up by a point as well. So that makes my decision feel a little bit more justified that Grealish really helped them get to that point. And Man City won the league by 21 points with Phil Foden barely playing. Also, we played 2 friendlies just before the Euros kicked off. Italy away, where we won 3-1. We went behind after 4 minutes through Andrea Bellotti, where we bounced back really well. We even missed a penalty, still managed to score 3. It was really comfortable, this game. It gave me confidence going into the Euros that we could take on these big boys and really compete with them and do well. We then played Holland away and we drew 1-1. I made a lot of changes here. I just wanted to see what other players could do, see if they could force their way into my plans for the starting 11 against Scotland. It was an okay game. I mean, yeah, it was your typical friendly. Right, that brings us to Scotland versus England. This is the team we are going to go with. I'm not going to change too much instructions-wise. It's worked all the way through the qualifiers. It looked okay against Italy and Holland. I'm not going to change something that isn't broken. So, Pickford will be in goal, right back. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Harry Maguire, John Stones, Ben Chilwell, Jordan Henderson and Mason Mount as the midfield 2. Sterling on the right, Ali in behind, Rashford on the left, and Kane up front. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home, it's coming home. Right, looking at Scotland's team, there are a lot of players that we can recognise. Kieran Tierney at left back, Andrew Robertson at left mid. That's the only thing, Scotland, I feel like their 2 best players are their left backs. Ryan Fraser, Scott McTominay, Lee Griffiths, Colin Grant. We should be beating this. Okay, I told the boys, let's give the fans something to cheer today. We do not want to be losing our opening group game in the Euros, especially against Scotland, as they come forward down the left. That's easily dealt with by Trent. Stones forward to Rashford, Chilwell now on the left. I feel like our fullbacks are so important. Not when they do that. Colin Grant can bring the ball away for Scotland. He's making progress down the left, which is worrying me. Oh, God. It's cleared. Sterling has the ball, cutting in from the right. Still going Raheem Sterling. He's really good at these mazy little runs. Chilwell down the line for Rashford. Rashford cuts inside. Mason Mount. Dele Alli. We're being very patient on the edge of the box. Sterling. Ali is so tight in there. We get a shot away, but it comes to nothing. 10 minutes gone. They haven't had a... Scotland's corner. Ryan Fraser whips it in. They haven't had a... Okay, well, they've scored. Look at it in 3D. Ryan Fraser's ball in. And he just gets in front of Harry Kane. First game. Going to lose to Scotland. Okay, I'm going to demand more because these guys are not playing... They're not playing well. We've been so much better against the likes of Italy and Holland. We beat Portugal in a friendly as well. We only lost to France in a friendly 1-0, who in their first game of the Euros beat Northern Ireland 11-0. So we did all right. We're going to come off balance. We're going to go on positive. We're going to take the game to Scotland a little bit more. Maybe we need to change something to play against 4-4-2. McTominay has the ball. If we can steal it here. They're keeping the ball safely, though, and they're working it right the way out to the left. Oh, no! Sterling, he's nipped in. He's one-on-one. Sterling. Oh, he's tucked it away. England are level. Woo! I really thought Scotland were going to play their way out of trouble there. They were going to come over to the left, as you can see here. He has so much time. It's such a poor touch. And Raheem nicks in, and it's a beautiful finish. 1-1, back in business. I feel like I can relax a little bit. We've had so many shots, just haven't hit the target. Okay, coming up to half time. Again, nothing's really gone on. We have the ball over on the left here. Rashford. Back to Dele Alli. Back to Chilwell. Chilwell into the box, crosses in. Can we finish? Harry Kane has poked in from close range. It is 2-1 to England, and it didn't look like we were going to turn this around in the first half especially, but 2 shots on target, 2 goals, and I think we're going to go in at the break leading. Chilwell squares it. I mean, he tries to chest it. The keeper doesn't move. Harry Kane's on the score sheet, running away, clapping himself. Scotland making progress down the left here. We do need, I feel like, to win the ball a bit better in these areas, rather than let them come forward with it and dictate play. They're in behind here with Andy Robertson and Jordan Pickford saves with ease. Okay, half-time, 2-1. I'm happy, but at the same time, you know, we need to take the game by the scruff of the neck. We need to put our stamp on this and really pull away from Scotland now. I'm going to keep the boys happy. I'm going to say I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. I don't particularly want to have a go at them for leading at half-time, especially after going 1-0 down, whether it is against Scotland. Okay, Ali has the ball down here on the left. He's cutting inside. Can he find a shot? He goes all the way across to Arnold. Arnold back across. And Scotland clear it as far as Lee Griffiths. Now they can bring it away. Scotland keeping possession nicely here, but it was around this area we nicked it off them last time and went in for Sterling to equalise. Chilwell does well there to cut that out. Scotland keeping the ball really well. It's finding it difficult to get close to them. Pickford saves again. I'm going to demand a little bit more. I feel like we're being a little bit lazy here. Scotland free kick. Fraser whips in. Oh! I mean... Oh, there was an offside, but defending there, it was like a pinball machine. Okay, Ali now on the right. He's getting himself into really good attacking positions. Arnold's ball in. Rashford. Chilwell. Oh, it's a great save from McCrory. A really good save. Starting to think I might make some changes. Mason Mount's on a booking. He's not playing too well. Dele Alli's not playing well. Marcus Rashford isn't having a good game. We're going to get those boys... I was going to say we're going to get those boys off now. Defended this corner better than the first one, and Pickford saves again. Right, let's make these subs. Okay, Jadon Sancho is coming on for Marcus Rashford. We're going to swap him and Sterling on the wings. Do I want to... Okay, Oxlade-Chamberlain is coming on for Mason Mount as well, who's got a booking. He's had a bit of a quiet game. Okay, time is slowly ticking away. I'm going to demand more. I do not want to concede a goal at this late stage. Trent Alexander-Arnold looks like he's struggling for fitness. So we have the ball down here with Chilwell. That's a risky pass, but Chamberlain collects. Henderson in for Sancho. Fresh legs. Harry Kane. Dele Alli. Chilwell. We're keeping the ball well here. Working Scotland around. Chamberlain in for Sterling. Sterling's ball in. Sancho's header over the bar. We need to take one of these chances just to put that nail in the coffin. Brilliant. Just as I said, Trent looks like he's struggling for fitness. He's injured. What injury is that? A foot injury. That's... Luckily, Kyle Walker's here and he can just come straight on. What we're going to do, I think we're going to put Sancho on support and Sterling on support just to give a little bit of defensive cover. Okay, time is ticking away. Harry Kane. Oh, he's in the box. Harry Kane has got a third and England will win their first Euro 2020 group game. Kane, you can see the free kick went into the wall. Sancho back to him. He beats his man and coolly tucks away with his left foot into the bottom corner. 3-1 to England. Okay, 5 minutes added on. I'm hoping that's not for Trent Alexander-Arnold's injury. Okay, 10 seconds to go and it looks like we are getting out of here with all 3 points to start our Euro 2020 campaign. There it is. I'm happy with that, eventually. Kane, it's weird because throughout the qualifiers, Harry Kane didn't score too much for me, but, you know, when the lights shine brightest, he shows up and he's got 2 for us. Hey, I'm very pleased with the result and your performance. Everyone looks delighted. Some of the boys look extremely delighted. How long is Alexander-Arnold injured for? 2 to 4 weeks. So I think he will definitely miss the rest of the group games, providing we get out of the group, he may miss 1 or 2 games moving forward, but hopefully he can recover quite quickly. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. We're going to advance just so we can see how the other game in our group went. I think that's Bosnia and Switzerland. Well, I think this emphasizes the fact that Switzerland will be our toughest opponent in the group. 6-1 winners. Right then, looking at the group, we are obviously second behind Switzerland due to their superior goal difference. Our next game is Bosnia on Friday. So we've got another 3 or 4 days until that. So hopefully the boys can get fit again and we can cement our place through the group stage with a win there. If we beat Bosnia, what does that do? I guess it depends on the Scotland and Switzerland result. But if Switzerland beats Scotland and we beat Bosnia, we'll both be through. And then that last game of the group makes it a race for top spot, really. Right then, guys, we are going to leave it there. Let me know in the comments section if you think I've got the squad selection right, if there's someone you are really passionately wanted to come that I've left at home. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all tomorrow evening at 7 PM for the game against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Take care. Goodbye.